So here we are doing another comparison of two boards that have a very similar camber profile. Why don't you pick this up and twist it? You can see they both have camber from tip to tail and then a little passive rocker in the middle. One is from Mervin or LibTech, the other is from Rome. And this is the Rome Agent Rocker. I didn't even know if you could call it Agent Rocker this year because it's got so much camber. This is the LibTech Hot Knife. And they're both really fun, really dynamic, what I call aggressive all-mountain freestyle boards. They've got some consequence. They're kind of serious boards. Mm-hmm. They're for riders like Jimbo, who just really know what they're doing at all times. It's not. Neither of these boards are for people who skid their turns. No. These are for people who are always on a rail, who are who really like understand,
the rail, who really love the rail,
love the camber, really understand that
get their nipples on the snow.
Yeah. Yep. Tape up the nips, and and so. You know, we just thought it would be fun to kind of take out two different boards from two different companies with two different camber profiles with the same bindings and the same stance width.
What's the price point, James?
I don't know, five something and five something. So they're kind of similar. Like
only
this
their mother
is like
can tell them apart.
Low fives, and this is like mid fives, I think. But
okay.
they're both about the same. Maybe they're both five. I don't know, but I know they're close enough to where they're often going to be decided upon for this type of rider. And let's start out with a Hot Knife. What I love about the Hot Knife over the Agent Rocker is it's just slightly less aggressive. It's a little easier to skid a turn if you fuck up, and it's a little easier to ride switch because it's a true twin, where this is twin-ish, and both have centered stances though. And I think this just provides like a more, more of freestyle in the aggressive all-mountain freestyle category, and it's just got its own fun personality. I love the tip and tail too. That's just a personal thing, personal aesthetic that I personally like. But then now going to the Agent Rocker, I found this is a little lighter, a little more dynamic, a little easier to butter, and a little more fun to carve, but not as easy to ride switch. And it has a lot more consequence than this does. I feel like this feels like those old, super bowed out camber boards that just will kill you, will make you pay if you are off your game. And so that's why I feel they're both good in their own way. I think edge hold, they're both about the same. This quick grip side cut technology is really fun.
Holds its own.
I was really loving this carving. It was just like I'd lay into the hardest carve I could, and it would actually pop me up into the air into the next turn. It was just like bounce, 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 and it just this lively
the rebound.
Yeah, a little easier to butter, and then this just felt better switch and still carved really good. Yeah. I mean, they're both really fun boards. It's just more about which one appeals to you the most. What do you think, Jimbo?
I don't know. Are you a Rome guy or are you a Mervin guy? Make your decision. I always really like Mervin Manufacturing for that little. For their side cut. I like the way that they put those the waves in there.
This is the 0.5 MTX, which is the Miller magnet traction that doesn't grab in snow, soft snow, but holds a pretty good edge in hard snow. Not an ice specialist like the full-on MTX, but pretty good. Really does a good job.
I always appreciate that for their edge hold, but same token, Rome always has it going on with their edge hold too. A little bit. Don't they come out a little bit?
Yeah, they have what they call a quick grip side cut. So they have two side cuts.
Yeah.
They have kind of a middle side cut, and then a side cut here and a side cut here, which kind of creates a bump, a small bump after the bindings. Mm-hmm. It's kind of long, and it's fun because it makes short radius turns easier than you would think for this waist width. This is a 25.5 waist width for a 157, which is usually pretty big for my size 9 boots. And I think it might be the quick grip, but it might be something else, but it went edge to edge pretty fast for that size.
When I wanted to rail and head uphill in a hurry, I mean, you check the footage, like you can just get it over in that way.
And that's when the tips
so fast.
That's when these
I don't know if you get
small
to that
side
means,
cuts. Yeah,
you get it over and you go that way.
Yeah, you get
on your rail.
Yeah, you're carving back
up the
uphill.
hill.
And that's what Jimbo's talking about, is that's when I believe these smaller side cuts kind of engage into the turn and give you that little extra. And it grips well, it's good in hard conditions. They both felt about equal at edge hole. This actually felt a little better for me. Do you agree?
On some of the carves, yeah.
Yeah.
On some of the carves. There's like elongated carves and then more for like when I was really aggressive carves for me there.
Yeah.
But this one was like, the cruisy long across the trail carves. I was having fun with that one.
I'd like to keep them both.
I want them.
Well, they're both favorites, and that's why we will. And this is just a comparison of favorites. They're just different personalities for different riders. If you want a twin, or if you want something that favors a little more directional riding, but still centered stance and still kind of very freestyle oriented, you have these choices, and they're, pretty good all around boards.
All right. Light as a board, stiff as a feather.